Okay, hello everyone. Welcome everybody. Welcome to Fantasy Fiction Fridays, day 15, the 15th day of Fantasy Fiction Friday. What's up, everybody? Hello, people. Welcome. It's 1:30 p.m. Eastern. It's actually Skyrim music echo, but not a bad guess. It is about 1:30 p.m. Eastern, and we've got some creative writing on the docket for you guys. A little bit faster than these casts normally are. I had some stuff I had to get done, including the Patreon newsletter earlier today. So I did that, and I'll be with you guys for about an hour and a half. I'll be closing up shop around 3 o'clock, 3:05 or so. Then going to pick up my daughter, as always, and spending time with her. And then tonight will be Pool of Radiance, which will be awesome. And I'm going to make a couple of announcements about schedule in a minute, but before I do that, just reminders. First of all, you will probably notice there's some music in the background because I am in an undisclosed Starbucks as per usual. It is my undisclosed alternate Starbucks. Next week I'll be back at the regular undisclosed Starbucks. But so if you hear a little bit of that music in the background, I apologize. But I wanted to mention that if you have not done so already, please make sure to follow the stream. That's always helpful. Please make sure to spread the word about the stream by checking out the YouTube, !ArvTube will let you check out past broadcasts of the stream. !Steam group, where you can hang out with the other Arvanauts in between streams. Same thing with !Discord as well. And if you haven't done so already, please consider checking out the Arv Shop, !Arv Shop. Thank you, X5. That's got all my things on it. The shop, which we will be hopefully expanding in the not-too-distant future. And then, of course, the Patreon, !Arvtreon, and the subsystem. Now, quickly on the Patreon, I just today made some adjustment to the tiers and stuff like that. I'm not going to make the official, in quotes, announcement about that yet, but I am going to tonight be announcing some of the details about the new Patreon rewards, new Patreon tiers, and stuff like that. So I've made some adjustments in that, which I think is pretty cool. Hello, Stump. What's up? And speaking of Stump, I also sent out a message to the $25 and up supporters on Patreon about the read and critique that they get access to. So please make sure you check your Patreon direct messages. And then the last thing that I want to mention, of course, is the subsystem, which is right above that window. We lost a few subs in the last week because, if you remember, we had a lot of Twitch Prime subs and some gift subs in late December that a person was nice enough to come in and give some people. But we lost some of those, so now is the time to get back on board so you can get some of those awesome Arvany Get Hyped things. Remember, starting this month, you will be able to, at the $9.99 level, oh, thank you for the host, Dave. You will be able to support at the $9.99 level. You'll be able to inspire the players once per month. So, playing D&D. And remember, we got a lot of D&D going on this month. We've got Infinity and Beyond twice. We have D&D with GOG going on probably next week. We've got Adventures of Middle-earth twice starting next week. And we have, of course, the premiere of Esper Genesis. And the other big announcement I want to make is that tonight is the announcement of the official date and time for the first Esper Genesis stream. So tonight, if you want to know when it's happening sometime this month. I will tell you that information tonight. Next week, we will be teasing the players a little bit. We'll be giving information about that. Why am I getting a big no? What do you mean no? Why no? I'm not spoiling anything. I'm saying tonight. Chaotix, I already told people I was going to tell them tonight. Tonight is the announcement. I'm not telling them when. I'm telling them just the announcement is happening tonight. So tonight is when they need to tune in to get the information on the date. That's not spoiling. That's teasing, sir. But yeah, so I am going to be doing that. And then next week, I'll be teasing out more information. And he's always chaotic. And then I'll be teasing out the players next week. And in 2 weeks, we will announce the player list. Very excited. I've also seen some of the promotional stuff we're doing. And, oh man, the promotional stuff. If you guys get a chance to see some of the stuff we're putting together, man, these people that are working with me are the best, so I'm excited. Anyway, so that's happening tonight along with Pool of Radiance. And then one other big thing to note is tomorrow evening, is going to be the Arv Vocalists, and I have a surprise for you. Oh, nice, dude, you got the new headphones. That's awesome. Sub to me for class credit. Cute, TNS, cute. So actually, one thing about that X5, the D&D with viewers thing has been altered. I actually shifted that on the calendar. I've moved that up to, I believe I have it on the 16th now. I don't remember exactly what day, but I moved it. I don't believe I have that going on. It's not happening tomorrow now. I changed it because of an Our Vocalist thing. The Our Vocalist return tomorrow, and they will have a new member. There is a new Our Vocalist who is joining us, and I will, of course, announce who that is tomorrow. So we have a new Our Vocalist who has been added into the mix. A new challenger emerges, as it were. So that's happening tomorrow, so definitely check that out. Because I'm excited about this person, and I think you guys will be too. So I will announce that, again, that's happening tomorrow, and should be good times, so I'm looking forward to it. And yes, D&D with viewers is coming up this month, so definitely be on the lookout for that. I am looking forward to all of you who have been looking forward to doing it, because it's going to be cool. D&D with viewers would be awesome with whoever can join and jump on board, so I'm looking forward to that. That should be good times. One thing I do want to mention, by the way, it's not going to be, the D&D with viewers session will not, however, be Esper Genesis. I think, yeah, Friday the 16th. That's right. That's what I thought it was. It's not going to be Esper Genesis, and the reason is that it's important that I launch Esper Genesis with our first official thing. So the D&D with viewers is going to be just regular D&D. I know there had been some talk that maybe we could try to do Esper Genesis for a one-shot also, but it's just not enough time to kind of put that together. So the month after next, which would be April, that's when we would actually do Esper Genesis as a one-shot for viewers. So you will get a chance to play in this system, assuming you guys like it, but it's not going to be this month. So D&D with viewers will be just D&D, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. But the Esper Genesis with viewers, that won't happen until the month after next. Official Esper Genesis, though, will happen sometime this month, and we'll find out about that, as I say, tonight when I make that announcement. Okay, I think that's all in terms of announcements, so let me get rid of this and this, and turn on that. There we go. Hi, everyone. Welcome to an undisclosed Starbucks. Again, not my usual, but another undisclosed Starbucks. And in case anyone's curious, the reward for today's writing is I provide to you right there. That's what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about. Good stuff. Do I want to spoil something? Maybe. What am I allowed to spoil, Caddix? Pizza is very good, but I do not agree that it beats my cookie. This is a good cookie. Of course, if it was a cinnamon bun, it'd be even better. But still. Should I spoil the fact that you're... Let me do something up. Oh, wait, I got something. I got spoilers. I do have a spoiler. This is really important. This is breaking news. The just released Devin Nunes memo in the United States is a stupid, ridiculous dud that actually is a complete big nothing burger, except for what it shows about how much Trump was in collusion with the Russians. Spoiler! Now, if you're watching Fox News, what you'll hear is memo, memo, memo. What you'll hear from literally everyone else in the country is, what the hell is this? Good job, Republicans. Well done. Spoiler. There's your spoiler. There's your spoiler for the day. Okay. But we got to get moving here, folks, because I do not have as long today as I might usually. So let us get into the power of creative writing with Winnie and Wormwood. Let's do it. Okay. Now, as always, I want to read the page or two before this. I want to get a couple pages done if I can today. So this is from a chapter called The Sea Serpent's Scale. Yeah, well, that's true, Stump, but the reality is that, you're right, but the reality is that the people who are not listening to that are not, they are the specific small limited base of people that support the current president, the resident of the White House. And that's a very small group. Now, it's obviously that small group is enough to be loud and could convince some rather foolish, stupid independents to go their way and whatever else. But that group is not enough to get him reelected, especially under the circumstances, and it's not enough to head off the criminal case proceeding from Mueller. So you're right that fact-based arguments don't work on the limited base that he has, but it works on most everybody else, and that's really the key. So, but yeah, I'm with you. I mean, the fact that we even have to waste time on this nonsense when, here's the bottom line, and this is the last I'll say about it for today. When there are still 40% of people on Puerto Rico without power, and when we are still dealing with a humanitarian crisis on Puerto Rico, the idea that we're wasting time on this Republican fever dream is a joke. It's a joke and an embarrassment for the richest country on earth. Straight up is. But that said, let's get into something real, right? Okay, so as always, I want to read the page before. So, let me do that. So, oh, and is my voice okay relative to the music, guys? Is the music too loud? Is my voice okay? Is it too loud or is it alright? How's the voice? Good, bad, or indifferent? Music is so-so? So-so as in so-so too loud, or? Because I can turn it down a little bit if you want. Oh, you'll let me know? Okay. Okay. Let's do it. And so they had come here from the antique shop at the end of Candle Lane, driving in an old rickety car with the interior covered in old wood and little spots of brass. Winnie hadn't really understood how the trip had worked. One minute they were in the car, which was somehow sitting on the street in front of the antique shop when they left, and the next they were driving along a bumpy dirt road in the countryside, green fields all around. After a few minutes of being jostled about, which Winnie barely felt, her excitement at the journey overwhelming any other sensation, the car began to slow, and as they crested a gentle rise in the road, she saw... "Oh," Winnie gasped. Blue above blue, the cloudless sky set over a seemingly endless expanse of water. Not far away from them was a small house covered with fading and peeling green paint, and not much past that, a large section of light brown. Was that, what had she heard it called? Sand? Sand on a beach? And past that, the ocean. When the car came to a stop, Winnie looked at Mr. Wormwood, who stared out the window for a while before turning to her. He raised an eyebrow. Winnie hesitated, then nodded and opened the door, stepped out, and stopped moving. Even if she hadn't known how big the ocean would actually look when she saw it for herself, she at least had seen the image of it. What she could not have known was the rest of it. First, the sound. The whoosh of the wind, the cries of the white birds overhead, the rhythmic beat of the waves on the beach. Then the smells, the slightly sour, salty odor from the water, the musty scent from the green reeds swaying back and forth gently in the wind. And the feeling. The wind whipping against Winnie's face, the sleeves of her shirt flapping back and forth in the breeze. She closed her eyes and just stood there, letting the sensations wash over her for what seemed like hours. Winnie. At first, Winnie barely heard the word or understood what it meant. When she heard it again, she opened her eyes and turned. Mr. Wormwood, now standing outside the car, was looking at her curiously. "Are you all right, Winnie?" "Yes," she said. Her voice sounded a little strange in her own ears, so full with the sound of wind and waves. "It's so..." She trailed off, trying to find the right word. "So much," she said. Mr. Wormwood nodded. "It can be, especially at first," he said. "But you'll get used to it soon." He turned back to the car. "Help me bring our things into the house. Then you can see it up close." But 3 days later, Winnie had still not gotten used to it. Every morning she finished breakfast, put on her bathing suit, and gone outside. She had to take a moment to breathe deeply, eyes closed, and take everything in again. Wait, that's not quite right. Finished breakfast, put on her bathing suit, and went outside. and in each time, there we go, and each time, that's better, she had to take a moment to breathe deeply, eyes closed, and take everything in again, let it wash over her again before she could go play. She spent much of the day making sandcastles, digging out deep trenches around them to keep them safe from the sea. At first she hauled buckets of seawater back from the shore's edge to fill the trenches, like the castle moats she had read about in her books, but she soon gave it up. No matter how far back she put the castle, the waves continued, and that's as much as I've got. No, don't agree, Chaotix. Let it wash over her again, because that's a quality of repetition. It's designed to kind of give a sense of, it's designed to replicate the feeling of the waves on the ocean. Take everything in again, let it wash her over her again. That feeling of it's almost ritualistic, and it's intended to be that way. So I disagree with you there. I'm doing that intentionally. Okay. Good. Lovely. All right, let me take a look at this thing on Discord that you posted, and then I will get into the writing. Let's see what we got. Let us see what Chaotix is letting me spoil today. He's letting me spoil. Let's see. Oh. Okay. So you want me to post this? Okay, so I can capture the window. Is that right, Chaotix? I can capture the window. What's up, Kooky? Hey, Elswin. How you doing, guys? So I can just, is that right? I can show you I can show it on the screen. Okay. Okay, here we go. Alright, give me a second. One second. Okay. On screen. Yeah, I did. I downloaded it. Yeah, I downloaded it. Okay, here we go. Let's see if you guys can see what this is. So now the question is if you guys can figure out what this is. Music can go down a notch. Okay, thank you. Okay, I brought it down. Thanks, X5. All right, what do you guys think that is? I know what it is. Do you know what it is? A horizon. In some ways it is that, Elswin, in some ways. A little bit. Anyone else? Ooh. Good guess, X5. Good guess. Not quite accurate, but a good guess. Reminds you of Mass Effect? Yeah, that's true, actually, now that I think of it. I hadn't noticed that, but especially Mass Effect 2, I think I remember seeing something that looks like that, yeah. That's not it, but that's not bad. I'm going to reduce it in size and all. I'm going to reduce it just a little bit more. That way people come in, they'll be like, what is that? By the way, did you guys notice we are on page 50 of this middle grade book? So we're getting there. case you're curious, we're closing in on a quarter of the way done with this. So. Yes. Ooh, that's actually a slight surprise for me. That means that someone on my team has been busy. Is what that means. Basically, whenever this is what happens, guys. What happens is that I do stuff, and then this mysterious group of people. Which actually reminds me that we will probably be revealing some of the details of this mysterious group of people fairly soon. But anyway, this mysterious group of people, they reveal things. Sometimes they do things, and I'm like, oh, and they're like, here, do you want this awesome thing? So a lot of times it's like kind of a continual Christmas for me. You know, like I'll be doing stuff, and then they're just like, hey, check this out. I'm like, wow, that's incredibly awesome. And they're like, thank you. And I'm like, you guys are kind of the best. And they're like, yeah, we basically are. And I'm like, all right, well, carry on then. They're like, all right. Is it my new sub badge? Oh man, you know what? There's been talk about this. Actually, Rob, Darkside Rob, is talking about this elsewhere. He said it would never happen, that Twitch would allow it. I actually don't know if I agree with that. I could see Twitch at some point allowing a sub badge. I mean, because I think that would be amazing, frankly. Like, I think it would be super cool to have a sub badge. And I don't see why it would be that big a deal for them to do it. You know, it's not. I mean, they don't necessarily have to have the gradations that the full partner subs do. You know, where they've got like. First of all, partner subs have way more emote possibility, they have just way more slots open for emotes. But also partners like have things where like a 3-month subscriber, like a regular subscriber, and then a 3-month subscriber, 6-month subscriber, and so on. They don't have to give us that, but just having a sub badge would be badass. You would have that as your sub badge. It's nice. I would. Yeah, no. So do I. Chaotix. Hell yes, do I know. So it would be pretty awesome. Like I would love to see that happen. I could see that. I don't think that's completely out of bounds. I don't think that's something they're going to be like, nope, absolutely not. I don't know. So we will see. Where was I? Oh, yes. Oh, cool, Chaotix. That's cool, man. I like it. Another hint. Yeah, your cap is cool, X5. I like it. I have a friend actually who lives in near to me, who has a cap like that. It's more like a solid color cap. And yeah, I love those things. Part of the reason that I wear this one so much actually is I do have a couple of other ones that I wear, but part of the reason I wear this one is because this look is the look that I like, and it's not always easy to find it and have one to be comfortable, because I have a couple that are comfortable, but they're bigger and flat, and it feels like I'm putting like a pancake on my head, which I'm not interested in. And then there's other ones that are they have the look correct, but to get the look, they're very stiff. So they kind of like putting it on my head. It's like because I have a big head. So that's part of the reason that I wear this one as much as I do. Baseball caps are really comfortable also, but they obviously have a different look. So anyway, I have a couple that are close to this, but yeah. What's up, Cloud? How you doing, man? Whoa! Hey! PogChamp. What's up, Cloud Kingdom? How you doing, man? Can we get some Arvany hypes in chat for the awesome Cloud Kingdom? Thank you, my friend. Thank you for the resub. I appreciate it, dude. And I will check that next hint. I'll check that hint, Chaotix, as soon as I finish this page, so I can stay on task, as it were. Thank you so much, Chaotix. And yeah, let's get some hypes in there, people. And some quills, if you got those, you know. It's going well, man. It's going well. Can't complain. Have Pool of Radiance coming tonight. I got some new announcements about the Patreon coming tonight. I have the announcement tonight about the official Esper Genesis date and time tonight. So we got tomorrow we have the Arvocalist coming back with a new game. I forgot to mention that. New game tomorrow. And with a new Arvocalist coming tomorrow. We have a new addition to the crew. So, very excited. What's up, Classicor? How you doing, man? Oh, nice, dude. That's cool. Hey, Classicor, how you doing, man? The power of Classicor. Thank you, man. Thank you, Classicor. Thank you so much for the resub, man. Thank you so much for the resub, you guys. I really do appreciate that. Thanks, everybody. You guys are the best. I'm telling you, I am straight up excited. I have like information coming up from a lot of different sources, new stuff coming in from a lot of different places. In fact, I'm going to throw one at you guys. I'm going to give you a surprise tonight, and you need to remind me about this, that Chaotix has not heard, that Kilobyte has not heard, that a number of other people have not heard, even people on my team have not heard. I have some information about something, I have a surprise for all of you people. Regarding one of my previous works of writing. I don't want to talk about the details yet, but until tonight. But tonight I will mention what the detail is, which I just found out about. So that'll be cool. And thank you for the hypes, everybody. Thank you for the get hypes, etc. Thank you so much, Classicor, as always, for the resub. Appreciate it, man. Oh, sorry. Tonight meaning 9 p.m. Eastern my time, so 9 p.m. Eastern. And yes, that's right. There will be a giveaway. I forgot about that. Yes, there will be a giveaway. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Courtesy of Chaotix, we will actually be giving away a couple of games. These are good ones too tonight. And we're also going to give a couple games away tomorrow, courtesy of Chaotix. So yes, thank you for reminding me, Chaotix. That's right. As far as the Sage. The Sage for Divinity. That's fine, because I ended up talking to her anyway, as it turned out, X5. Yeah, Divinity actually went some pretty crazy places this last time. We ended up having a sort of a throwdown with this dude inside the fort, and we pretty much sent him to the next world because we were better than him. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know that I'm watching the Super Bowl this year, Classico, to be honest with you. I don't think it's going to be a good Super Bowl. I think the Patriots are going to win easily. I can't stand the Patriots. The last thing I want is to see these people win another Super Bowl, quite honestly. So I think I may give this a miss. I really have not enjoyed the playoffs very much. I think the playoffs have not been very good. The fact that the Steelers lost, as you know, was sad. But just beyond that, I just think that I've not been digging it. The Minnesota Eagles game was terrible. The the Jaguars-Bills game was like, who can suck less? It just was not Ugh, the Patriots-Tennessee game was a joke. It just not a good playoffs, in my view. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. The Olympics next week. X5, do I? Yeah, exactly. Steelers-Vikings would have been great. I agree with you. Although I have to say Steelers-Eagles would have been fun just because it would be great to see Philadelphia, like Pennsylvania, go up in flames over the battle. So X5, can I assume that, like, for Norway, like, as one of the dominant teams in the Winter Olympics, like, the Olympics have got to be everything sports for Norway, right? Like, I assume the Winter Olympics have got to be, like, the biggest thing for Norway, I would assume, from a sports point of view, right? Yeah, I figured. Norway has everything! I told you, I like Norway a lot. I really enjoyed my trip to Norway. I'd like to go back there again. Handball? Really? Handball is a bigger deal? Oh, no kidding, really? That's it. Yeah. Different kind of queen. What's up, Nonstop? How you doing, man? It's pronounced Winnie, as in Winni. So Winnie, class score. Yeah, Winnie. Yep, yep. I gotta check what direction I put the C in the house, actually. I didn't specify. Good. Past Greg did not lock in future Greg. Good job, past Greg. page. We'll get a chance to see this new hint and eat my cookie in just a minute. Let me just do this one line here. No, Classic Core. No, I'll have to talk to you about that a little bit offline. There is some news on the Grayshape front. Which will be fine, but it's just a little bit of a change in how things are going to progress in terms of the way the publications will work. But there's some good news as well as more challenging news. So we will discuss more. What's up, Thorg? No, I am not at Chipotle. I am at my undisclosed alternate Starbucks because the other undisclosed Starbucks is not quite done with their renovations. They should be done next week, they said. I actually went in there, and it looks like they're halfway done with their renovations. They were actually open for business, but the whole thing is like, there's like 2 seats in the whole place, and it's all like dust and construction, and I'm like, yeah, this is not a good spot. Yeah, cool. Thanks, Leslie. No, this is like, it's actually just pictures of Starbucks baristas and actually, I think it's people standing in front of the original Starbucks, which is in Pike Place Market, which I've been to several times. I should say I've been to the outside of several times because there's always a huge line outside of it, so if you go to Seattle, you go check out the original Starbucks, right? Yep. That's all part of my plan to keep this undisclosed, right? Okay. Actually, Lawkeeper has tried to, I guess his name now is I Am the Law or whatever, but he's tried to figure out the location several times. Listen, I've given statistics. I've said that it is a Starbucks somewhere in the state of New York. There you go. That narrows it down. Somewhere in the state of New York. That's what you know. Interesting, Chaotix. That's thoughtful. No, I didn't see that, Thorg. Wow, really? I thought that he already was sentenced. I thought that was already done. Didn't he already have his sentencing hearing? I didn't know that. Yeah, I know. I know. There are a lot of victims. Good God. Just despicable. Just completely despicable. Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to finish this one sentence, Chaotix, and I'll get to it. Good grief. Just 1 minute. Wow. I don't know if you saw this, Thorg, but her sentencing statement was pretty intense. Like, it was pretty intense. Okay, so cookie bite and then hint. Cookie bite. Good stuff. Okay. Let's see the next hint. Oh. Hey, what's up, Cookie? Everything working? Okay, here we go. Here's the second one. Oh. Well, I'm glad Chad is showing up. All right, here we go, guys. So the next hint is... There it is. Good, I'm glad it's working now. Okay, there's your next hint, guys. There's your next hint as to what this might be. A logo, huh? Interesting. The Supreme Being from the Fifth Element. That's pretty awesome. Fifth Element's a good movie. No, I didn't see that, Thorg. That's funny, though. What is... This is not part of our usual knowledge base. That's funny. No, I didn't see that. Okay, I'll let you guys take a look at that while I continue to work. My goal was to get 2 pages done today. I should be able to get that. If I could somehow get past it and get farther, that would be even better. Oh, well, it's this thing that may be connected to something that's happening on the channel. So it's this thing on screen, see? Right there. And I'm going to reduce it just a little bit now. There we go. And back into the work. Is it my sub badge? Listen, no one would like to be able to have a sub badge more than me. It'd be pretty awesome if we could. Hopefully someday. That's definitive, Classicor. Yes, no. You got it, Classicor. Very straightforward. We try to be very transparent here. Very straightforward. I mean, if you don't follow football, though, I would. I mean, I don't. If you didn't follow football, you wouldn't know what an option play or what offsetting penalties were. Tom Landry, you ought to know, was the Cowboys coach theoretically, but just because you might know him from popular culture. But I mean, if you ask them like who Bill Belichick was, they'd probably know he was the coach of the Patriots. But I'm not sure that they would know that Landry was the coach of the Cowboys, because that's back. He stopped in like early '90s, right? Was when Landry finally got fired. So, yeah, I feel better informed already. Good. Yeah, yeah, maybe. But there's a lot of information, right, Thor? But I guess since they were doing it around the Super Bowl, they should have known football was possible. So yeah. I mean, maybe Don Shula, I would say, would be probably better known. If I thought about it, I'd say Don Shula would be the second one, and then probably Tom Landry. Yes, Chuck Noll, quarterback of the Steelers. You know, that's really funny. He just like basically just blew out a category. The entire category is like. Yes, and it must be destroyed in Mount Room. In the cracks of Mount Room is where the one thing must be destroyed. One thing to rule them all. Classified. That's funny. Do they eventually just like eliminate questions? They do, right? They just eliminate questions? Yeah, exactly, Fesco. Are you guys gonna get into a thing like Star Trek, like there are four lights? There are two red things. So you better, I don't know if you got another hint queued up here, Chaotix, but I just hit another page. I got another sentence or two, and then next reward here. Yeah, you want to be that? Sorry, that was something relating to other secret things. Dude, is this even on? I can't even hear the music on here. Sometimes you forget how quiet a lot of the Skyrim music is. Everyone always thinks about the da 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 da, but it's actually not as quiet as you might think. I mean, it's not as loud as you might think. Okay. Oh, sorry, Classicor. I guess that's just one of those things I'll need to work on. Okay, let me check it out. Yes, I saw that. I saw that. It's going to fail just as badly as the last time they tried to do this nonsense. I'm actually looking forward to seeing how... I mean, I want to see Black Panther on its own merits. I want to see if it's good or not, regardless of anything else circling around it. But let me tell you, the minute I hear an alt-right type deciding that they're going to attack a movie on that basis... I don't know. What do you think, Chaotix? Do you think it's too much? I mean, like, we will think it's too much, but I think that's because we're right next to the thing, you know? We're right next to the... We're close to that situation, so... Okay, well, how about this? I will put that... I'm going to see if I can get to a third page. If I can get to a third page, then I will put it up there, okay? And that'll be the... Then you're off the hook for having to come up with another one. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. A negative memo that doesn't actually do anything. Exactly. What a colossal waste of time. It was delicious. I had a Nunez cookie, Thor. Delicious. Scrumdiddlyumptious. Yeah, I saw that. Thanks, Thescor. Yeah, the art is really impressive, Classicore, really impressive, and a lot of that is not stock art. I mean, a lot of that is actual original, like straight up art that's being done for this professionally, and it's pretty good. I mean, they were going for $8,000. They made 25,000 on Kickstarter. It was pretty good, considering how small the team is. So. Good times, good times. Yeah, that's the same. That's the same company, Classicore. Alligator Alley, and the designer Rich Lescouflair is the lead developer I think, of Witch Hunters. So yeah. Oh man. But yeah, so it's the same development team or similar development team as the Witch Hunters group. Someday. Okay. Maybe it's not the same one. I thought maybe it was like a translation difference or something. Classic horror. Yeah, this they did the Witch Hunters campaign, which I know. Witch Hunters, which I know. I think it was J-Rab really liked Witch Hunters. I can't remember if it was J-Rab or Kilobyte that liked Witch Hunters. But anyway, yeah, maybe it's not the same thing then. Ah, cool, cool, cool. Nice. Oh, very cool, classic score. And really, Thorg? Wow, 13 years ago, man. You know, one thing that's a little weird for me is that the Lord of the Rings films, the last Lord of the Rings film came out, I believe. I don't remember if Return of the King was '03 or '01, but it's at least 14 years or maybe 16 years ago. That's crazy. Can you imagine? The first Lord of the Rings film, The Fellowship of the Ring, came out almost 20 years ago, which is a little bizarre, frankly, to me. He was '03? Okay. Third page hype. Third page hype. Okay, a couple more sentences and we'll be able to wrap up. 3 pages, guys. That's above my goal for today. Exactly, Cadix. What's wrong with 2 thumbs up? Is there something wrong with 2 thumbs up that I don't know? Is that a terrible insult in Norway, X5? What's wrong with 2 thumbs up? Psh. Should I be doing like victory signals instead, or Vulcan, live long and prosper? The finger guns. Ah, I see. So 1, 2, and 3. There we go. How about this, like? Tobik. Awesome. Cool. All right, guys. I'm excited. 3 pages. Really happy about this. Oh, hope your vet's okay, Thor. Keep us posted, man. We'll see you tonight, hopefully. All right, guys. Good stuff. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Let's see. Good. Let me just make sure I got that. Okay. So let me read this. Let me read this quick section. Let me read this section, and then I will show you guys the hint, and then I will close up shop. So here's the section that we wrote today. No matter how far back she put the castle, no matter how high she built the walls, the waves continued their relentless march onto the land, eventually pouring into and over the trenches of sand. So filling them with water didn't make much sense. Mr. Wormwood once asked, looking serious, whether Winnie wanted the sandcastle to be protected against the waves, but she politely said no. For some reason, she enjoyed rebuilding the fallen castle as much as she enjoyed building it in the first place. But then Winnie was enjoying everything here. Everything seemed bigger, louder, greater, and more alive somehow. She would usually eat lunch on the back porch of their small house, a sandwich with ham and cheese and a little bit of mayonnaise, on rye bread, of course, with the crust taken off just the way she liked them, carrots, and a tall glass of water, watching the waves endlessly rolling in from and out to the sea, listening to the pleasing sound of the wind blowing by. She always liked ham and cheese sandwiches, of course, but here they tasted even better, as if the ingredients had somehow gotten a bit more flavor, or a bit more enjoyable to chew. "How long are we going to stay here?" she asked Mr. Wormwood one day, as they were watching for the sun gradually set, sending long shadows over the house and onto the beach beyond. "We've only been here a few days, Winnie," Mr. Wormwood said, sounding a bit surprised. He was sitting in a straight-back chair next to the round table where they had just finished their dinner, some warm and satisfying creamy soup which tasted vaguely of pumpkin and spice, a blanket over his knees despite the usual summer warmth. He usually spent his time inside or on the porch while Winnie played outside, but they always had dinner together, during which they said little. The ocean said enough for both of them. His expression seemed far away during these times, as if he was remembering a similar place from a long time ago, and when Winnie asked her question, it took a moment for his eyes to focus. "Oh," Winnie said, blinking. It felt like they had already been here for weeks, and a part of her didn't want to know if that were true, for she knew they would have to leave sometime, and maybe if she just got up in the morning and played and ate ham and cheese sandwiches and played some more and went to sleep and did it all again the following day, that time would never come. "Do you want to leave?" "No," Winnie said, a little more forcefully than she had intended, than she had meant to, then blushed. I mean, no, we don't have to leave yet, if that's okay. It's nice here." Mr. Wormwood nodded. "Good. We'll stay a little while longer then." His gaze drifted back to the horizon, where the reflected light of the sun was dimming rapidly, and Winnie breathed a sigh of relief. There was no date for her to dread their departure, and with no date the time could just drift away, like the grains of sand near the house where the waves did not reach. And so, day passed after day, stretching on seemingly endlessly, until she found the scale. She was building a castle close to the shore in a particular feat of daring one early morning, the sky overhead gray and overcast for the first time since they had arrived. Her plan was to dig a set of 4 trenches, longer and deeper than ever before, extending in front of and to the sides of her castle, keeping the walls safe from the onrushing tide. And she had just built the second one, working fast as the water swept in even closer, ever closer, when she suddenly caught sight of something glinting in the sand. Winnie stood and walked over to the object, half burned and buried in the sand, and saw through the water flowing over it that it was something large and flat, tinted iridescent green. Even without direct sunlight, the reflection from the object was intensely bright, and Winnie had to squint a little as she knelt down and grabbed hold of the object, which was thick and rough on one side and smooth on the other. She pulled hard, feeling her hand slip a bit, then tightened her grip and yanked harder. The object barely moved. She paused, breathed deeply, repositioned her hands, and with all their strength she pulled upwards. At first, nothing happened. Her grip slipped a little, she pulled some more, and suddenly it gave way, and Winnie tumbled backwards onto the sand in surprise. She pulled herself over and onto her knees, and looking up saw the object lying on the sand, rocking gently in the receding water. She had thought that only half of the object was buried, but now that it was in the open, she could see the buried part was at least 3 times as large as the section she had been able to see. Standing, she trotted to the object before it could float away and reach down. She doubted she would be able to move it far, but it was far lighter than it looked, though it was 2/3 as large as her entire body, and she picked it up with relative ease. The edges felt jagged and sharp, and she looked at it curiously. It was a beautiful, sparkling bluish green. Although it was light, it was so large that it was difficult to walk with, and she stumbled back to the house with difficulty, her sand castle and deep trenches abandoned to the ravages of the sea. As she drew near to blah blah blah. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, good stuff, guys. I am excited. Okay, so I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to go over here, and we're going to take a look at this last hint. It's your final hint of the day, folks. Final hint of the day is this. Here is your final hint. There it is. Now that is going to have some reference to what we do tonight. And remember, tonight we've got Pool of Radiance. Tonight we are announcing the official date and time of the Esper Genesis stream. And tonight I'm also going to be talking about the adjustments that I've made to the Patreon, adding some rewards, adding a new goal, basically adjusting goals, adding some reward tiers and stuff like that on the Patreon. So I'm going to be doing that tonight as well. And maybe you will be able to figure out what this is over here. This thing that you can see. So you will soon see what in fact this thing is. But that said, it is 10 minutes after 3, and I got to close up shop because I've got to go pick up my daughter from school and then hang out with her as I usually do on Fridays. And then I will be back tonight to play some stuff, which is going to be exciting. So I am looking forward to that. Well, you will see, Tobik. You will see what it might be. But I want to thank everybody for being here. As always, you guys are the best. Remember to, if you haven't done so already, please make sure to follow the stream. Please make sure to support the stream by checking out the Steam group with !Steam group, YouTube with !ArvTube, obviously the Discord with !Discord. Don't forget, of course, as well, to support the Patreon, !ArvTran right there. And don't forget to check out the subsystem, which is that thing you can see right above the sub window, right above the window, which will allow you to get awesome access to Arvin E hype and stuff like that. Thank you to Cloud Kingdom and Classicor, who I believe are the 2 people that resubbed today, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you guys all so much. You were the best. And I will see you guys this evening at around 9 p.m. Eastern for continuing the Pool of Radiance. Remember, our vocalist tomorrow with a surprise, which I will give you more information about tonight. So definitely check out tonight. There will be a giveaway tonight, and of course, as Chaotic says, there will also be a thing. Thank you so much to everyone who was here tonight. Thank you today. Thank you to Chaotix, Classicor, Kooky Canuck, Nonstop, Stumpomatic, and Uncle Elias. All subs, all awesome people. Thank you guys so much. And don't forget again to stop by. Thank you to Thorg as well, who is a mod, of course, and a supporter of things. So thank you so much, Thorg, and I hope everything's okay with your cat. Thank you to Echo Alpha X5 as always, to ECAG, to Jagtris, to Modest Tim, to Poltergeist Zero, Tobik, Hugh Christensen, and Xenon Quark 996. I saw you in there, Xenon. Sorry, I was in the middle of doing other stuff. But thank you guys all so much. You're the best viewers on Twitch, and of course Stumpomatic. I think I said Stumpomatic. Supporter of stuff, business, things. But that's going to do it for me. Thanks. Love you all. Best viewers on Twitch, and I will see you guys this evening. Until then, everyone be good to each other. Have a good night. Day. See you tonight.